Back. Okay, now that we just removed the jack and closed it completely, you have to remember the last important step is to tighten back up the lug nuts. And as you do that, you're going clockwise. Start with this one right here. Make sure the wrench is all the way in. Push it down as far as you can go. Okay? And then we're working across. As far as you can go. Okay? Go this one right here. And I'm going to go with this one right here. And I'll go with this last one. And this step is so important, you actually want to go back around again. This time, I'm going to go back around just clockwise. I'm not going to go across. Just to make sure I didn't miss one. As far as you can go. That should be good. Ideally, you want to try to tighten them up to the same degree if you can. Try to put your jack at your lug wrench at the same position. And I got all 5 of them. Very important. Now, if you have a spare, there can be some variation. So you want to read the wording on the spare, because it might be that you can only go so fast with the spare, with the donut. So again, you have to pay attention. The process is the same, but again, you want to be careful. And that spare, keep in mind, it's just temporary. You don't want to have that spare on there for any length of time. You want to replace it as soon as you can with a full-size tire. Okay, so in summary, we first start off with the right tools. Lug wrench, the jack, and my J-wrench. And again, don't forget the safety tools. Vest, especially if you're doing this on the side of the road. And you want to do flashlight. Okay? And again, it's always good to have a spare pair of gloves. Okay? Especially for the cold weather. Okay? You want to protect yourself at all times. Alright. The next thing, before we start jacking up the car, we want to go ahead and loosen up all 5 lug nuts. Take them all the way off. The next step, I showed you. Once we get all lug nuts off, you want to keep them in your pocket now so you don't lose them. You want to position the jack in its proper place right here. There's a little lip, and you want to connect that to the indentation on the jack. Clockwise, you want to go ahead and crank up the jack, okay? And if you're not sure, as far as how high, it's okay to crank it up until it stops. Okay? You'll hear the tire disengage from the ground. Okay, so that you know you'll have enough clearance. But it's okay to go a little bit higher. It makes it easier when you go to put the spare tire back on. Okay? Once you get the tire off, you want to check to make sure you have a good spare tire. Okay, right size. If it's a donut, go with that. Go ahead and line up the hose. Pin tight the lug nuts back on. Pin tight. Okay. Make them snug. And then you're going to use your lug wrench to go ahead and just make sure they're snug, all 5 lugs. Okay. And the order matters. You want to go crisscross. Okay. Once you get it snug on there, then you let the jack down. And again, you're going counterclockwise all the way down. Okay. disengages from the car, and then you actually close your jack all the way, put it back in its compartment. And then the last important step is to lug the wrench back out and make sure that you go crisscross and you're going clockwise and you're just hand tightening as far as you can go down. Okay? This one, and you go across to this one, take it right here, across this one, and then this one. Once you do that, then you would go around to make sure you have all 5 buttons. Here, you want to try to put your wrench in the same position and push it down as far as you can go. Well, that concludes this jack reduction. I thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for more jack reduction